So, what you're saying is, you think the company are trying to get rid of you because they didn't expect you to return to work after you had your baby. And they've given your position to someone else, is that right?
Yes, that's exactly it.
Okay. Tell me about how that makes you feel.
I feel really upset. Angry. Yes, angry. I've worked there a long time and I've built up a good team. I even put loads of unpaid hours in when things got really busy. Times that I could have spent with my husband. Nowadays, I spend most of my time in the back, in the stock room. They don't tell me anything that's going on in the company. And Janet, the new girl, is leading the team.
Okay, and how does that make you feel?
It's angry. I just feel angry all of the time. I'm confused.
I can see that this is very difficult for you. You're doing really well. When you feel confused, what happens for you in your body?
I can't think straight. I start to sweat and get nervous. Tearful. It doesn't seem fair. I've given the company years of my life. I knew something was wrong. On that first day back, my boss kept saying to me, "We weren't expecting you back," he kept saying. 3 times he said that. I told him that I would be back right from the beginning. I made it clear I'm coming back to work afterwards. After the birth, I'm coming back, I said. On the 3rd day, my boss said to me, "I expect you'll be having another, a brother or sister, soon." That's when I fully realised. When they first put me in the back, I thought it was temporary until Janet finished filling in. Only she isn't filling in. She's here to stay. And she's got my job.
Have you spoken to anybody in the company about your position since you have returned after having the baby?
I've tried. I've even made a complaint on the grounds of discrimination. I've told them they can't give my job to somebody else. They just said it's job share. And working in the storeroom is part of the job description. I asked them when I would be doing some of the other work and when will Janet take her turn in the stockroom. Well, he just laughed. Last month I went for a promotion, but I found out yesterday that I didn't get it, even though I'd been there for 15 years and I know the job inside out. I gave it to Janet. She's been there 6 months. Fresh blood, they said. The company needs fresh blood.
And how did that make you feel?
Old. Redundant. I'm being pushed out. Discriminated against, and there's nothing I can do about it. Just because I've chosen to have a family.
If you could do something about it, what would you like to do?
I'd like to make them stop. I just want things to go back to how they were before. Not go through this discrimination.
Is that how it is for you? It's discrimination?
Yes.
Okay, tell me a bit about that.
Well, it's a joke, really. There are laws and things. I think it's called the Equality Act 2010 that should stop things like this happening. But it's just a joke. One big flipping joke. On paper it looks perfectly within the law. But in reality, I feel I'm just being victimised.
Okay, so let me just clarify. You feel discriminated against and victimised And do you feel that there's nothing you can do about it because the company aren't breaking any laws? Is that right?
Yes.
And how does it feel being a victim?
I just feel sick. And I know it will continue until I hand my notice in. I just feel sick. Nobody talks to me. I even sit in the canteen on my own. I've even started blaming the baby.
Okay. Tell me a little bit about that, about you blaming the baby.
She was crying in the night. I got up to her. I was feeling so exhausted and I got frustrated with her.
Can you tell me in what way you got frustrated with her?
I shouted at my baby. I shouted at her and
Then what happened? When you shouted at your baby, can you tell me what happened next?